Alright, I think we're here. We go. I think this is it.
This is it. We're live.
We're live.
This is 100% live.
I thought you said that one time you were gonna put us on Instagram.
Dude,
live.
I'm not even kidding. I was just pulling my phone up to do that.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing it?
I need to find something funny to point the camera at.
Oh yeah, we should have thought this in advance. You find something funny while I do this. Dude, point it at that thing right there. Just stand that guy up.
Face.
What about him? If you stand up that monster thing, is that a dinosaur?
Yeah, it's a dinosaur.
Just stand him up and let us look at him. Yeah, I like it. And then put him behind the mountain, in front of the Mountain Dew. I like it. All right, so welcome everyone to our show. This is our wrestling episode. We're going to be going over. We're going to go over some news, including a whole bunch of people being injured, uninjured, coming back, signing, stuff like that. Maybe some spoilers for stuff happening in the future. We're doing that. We're also going to review things. I think I might have said that. I don't remember. Did I say that?
Review things?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We're reviewing Raw, Smackdown, and NXT. If we're getting into that, make sure you guys go to our YouTube page and subscribe. It's a Breakroom BS is the page. There's links to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and SoundCloud on there. And Instagram. He's putting us on the Instagram right now.
We're going live. It says you are now live.
Oh boy, that's weird.
That's a dinosaur. Look at that dinosaur. That's Dave. That's a picture of Dave.
I don't move my mouth. I'm like a ventriloquist. When I talk, I throw my voice to somewhere else. I'm a dinosaur.
You ready?
Yeah.
We going over news? I need to set this down on something.
I don't know why you asked if I'm ready then. That dinosaur looks
a little tall.
He looks a little tall. He looks a little fugazi. I don't know if he's has something in his ass or.
No, there might be something smaller.
Can you
look at this dog. That dog. That's a tiny car. That might work.
There it is.
There you go, tiny car.
There it is. We're looking at a car. Now it's a zoomed in car. It's not out of focus. That's nice.
Excellent.
That's nice.
Let's see. No one is listening, so we're doing good.
Would it look like he's getting attacked by this if we sat that there? Is that weird? That'll do. That'll do just fine. All right. That looks really strange.
All right.
So we're gonna start off with some news. Some breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is some pretty. This news really ties into our SmackDown review. We'll just cover it now. Daniel Bryan's been medically cleared for in-ring action. And then what I have highlighted is Daniel Bryan has been medically cleared by WWE.
I mean, the title pretty much sums up the whole story.
It really does. I actually just read something recently I didn't print out that apparently he has to do concussion and impact testing after every fucking match he has.
I read that. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, that kind of sucks, but if it's either, don't wrestle or do that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. You definitely want your wrestlers to be safe.
So the real reason he's cleared, right?
That he's cleared or got cleared now?
He got cleared now by WWE. The real reason.
For WrestleMania.
For wrestling at all.
Well, they did it, the timing. Let me hear it. Let me hear what you got.
The only reason he is cleared to wrestle is because his contract's coming up, and he said if they don't clear him, he's going to go somewhere else and wrestle.
Really?
Yeah. He's been saying this for a while. He said a number of times if he doesn't get cleared by WWE, he's just going to go somewhere else. And his contract is coming up I don't know how soon. I know it's this year, at some point this year. So I guarantee you they cleared him so they would keep him from going somewhere else to wrestle.
I mean, he was cleared by a lot of other not WWE doctors, right?
A long time ago. He's been cleared for years.
That's crazy. I mean, it seemed like a really. Oh, I guess we'll talk about that when SmackDown comes up.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Rey Mysterio. Apparently, Rey Mysterio has been announced as a performer and co-owner of a promotion called Aro Lucha. So he is signed with them as a wrestler.
RO, like the letter
AARO, Arrow.
Oh, okay.
So he's signed with them, and he's also a co-owner. So that's a pretty big deal. But apparently he is traveling to Birmingham, Alabama, to have his torn bicep examined before attempting to sign a new deal with WWE anyway. So I guess even though he's, with that company, they still want to move forward with a deal for him with WWE as well. So he could still come back.
I just realized whenever we get to review stuff, I'm definitely not going to be able to do the live recording. Wait, all my notes are on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do it on mine?
Well, I mean, at least, we don't have to make the whole show live all the time, do we?
Yeah, you're right.
Do
We'll
we?
just do the news.
Just the news.
If anything, we'll do it more of it next time. We'll just figure it out in advance.
Yeah, we're playing with things right now.
So what else we got here? We got Jeff Hardy update. Jeff Hardy was at the WWE Performance Center. This was a couple days. I think it was actually yesterday. He was at the WWE Performance Center preparing for his in-ring return. So his injury is healed and he's wrestling and working out, getting ready for his return. So he should be back anytime soon.
I'm happy to see that he's returning and doesn't get any sort of punishment.
That's what I was concerned about. It looks like as though since it was either alcohol or weed, they don't care. That seems to be their thing. So since it was alcohol, which surprised me in the past, this would have been an issue. Really would have. But so that's good for him. Big Cass is reportedly cleared. Big Cass was backstage. Remember Enzo and Cass?
Vaguely.
Yeah, Big Cass was backstage at Raw in Dallas. He was telling people he's been cleared following a leg injury. There's no news on when he's going to return, though, but he's also cleared.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and here we got some big news.
Yeah, I just saw the face on this.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan is reportedly in talks to make his long-awaited return to WWE. He was let go and terminated his contract when the whole the racial slur thing happened, where he called the colored guy a bad word or something.
Yeah, Ashley was just asking me about that today. Do you remember what it was? Was it like an interview?
Well, basically what happened was you know who Bubba the Love Sponge is? It's like a radio personality.
No.
Well, he's this DJ, and I guess him and Hogan are friends, and Hogan was fucking his wife with Bubba's permission. And
I don't know what that means, but okay.
He's like, you can fuck my wife. And he was like, cool, okay. And he did it.
That's... Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's certain rules you must abide by to do it, but...
There's like a contract that the local authorities are involved.
There's a lot of fine print. There's a lot of... I can't remember what it's called. You gotta get it notarized. He was fucking his wife, but then Bubba did not tell him that he was recording it. So he was recording Hogan and his wife fucking without telling Hogan he was recording it. And after the sex, he was sitting there talking to her, and he was talking about how his daughter is dating a black guy and called him the N-word and said all this stuff about him. And that leaked out, and everyone got super pissed about it because he was racist. And then WB ended up just terminating his Legends deal he had with him. And I don't think they took him out of the Hall of Fame, but they just kind of terminated the contract they had with him because of all that. So yeah, that was a big thing for a while.
That sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah. So according to PW Insider, discussions about Hogan's return started a few weeks ago, but it's unknown what kind of role Hogan would play in the company if he returned. This is kind of funny, and I don't really understand what this has to do with it. So someone contacted WWE. They're like, can you comment on this possible return by Hogan? This is what WWE says. We have had discussions with Terry Bollea, who is Hulk Hogan, about how he can help others learn from his mistakes.
What's his name?
All right, Terry Bollea.
Sorry, that distracted me. I never knew that.
Yeah, Terry Bollea is his name. We have had discussions with Terry Bollea about how he can help others learn from his mistakes. However, he is not under any contract with WWE. What I don't understand that has to do with him re-signing. His mistakes and what.
Dude, it sounds really fucking weird that they're bringing him back. I mean,
it's been years since this happened. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, in his defense, he was being recorded without his permission when it happened. I mean, granted, you still shouldn't be racist.
If WWE's whole idea is like creating role models for like kids, you would agree that's something they push amongst their superstars, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like it's a fine line because I mean, like they're actors basically. Okay, like it's not fair that you're going to hold Hulk Hogan to a standard where he can't have his own personal life whenever Brad Pitt goes home and says, "Oh, I hate black people." No one cares about that. You know what I mean? Like his portrayal of the character is what the role model is. You see what I'm saying? Like he's playing a character. It's not really him. Like what he does on his own time at home.
He was playing a character when fucking that chick?
No.
I'm confused.
On WWE programming, he's playing a character. The character of Hulk Hogan's a role model. Hulk Hogan, the person, the human being, is not him. It's a different person. It's kind of unfair to hold that person on their own personal time. You know what I mean? To like standards like that. I just like, it's a fine line. Like, you're going to tell people what they can and can't do outside of work. It's kind of like...
I mean, to an extent, I would imagine... well, I guess he didn't know he was being filmed, and that's a huge...
I mean, that could be a thing too. Like, he probably he wouldn't have said that word if if he's in the public eye and it's part of his public persona. Dude, he won hundreds and hundreds of $1 million in a lawsuit over that too. Because he sued
because
whatever website originally leaked that tape. He sued him and basically put him out of business and won a ton of money. Because it was being recorded against, it wasn't, he didn't consent to it, and then it was released and all that. So
all right, well, I can agree with you on that.
I see what you're saying. WWE likes to play this thing where like, oh, things in the past just didn't happen, we forget about it. So, you know what I mean? But like, I agree with you too. But it's kind of like, it's a fine line. Like,
I mean, I would imagine if you're like such a widely known like superstar and you're like in this role model position, that going out and like you said, he didn't know he was being recorded, but going out and doing sketchy shit like agreeing to fuck someone's wife or something, that's kind of weird shit that you should probably just like, it sounds a little sketchy, I'm gonna step away from this.
Yeah, Taz has an interesting point of view on it, because he like the whole like steroid thing, he gets annoyed that like people are against the use of like wrestlers using steroids, because he's like, who cares? Like, they're grown-ass men.
Yeah.
If they want to use steroids, fucking let them use steroids. But, and his point's like, oh, well, people say, oh, they're role models. He's like, no, your role model should be a fucking teacher. Your role model should be your fucking parent. Your role model shouldn't be some just fucking public guy. Your role model should be someone that you know that's a good person, not some fake public persona. You know what I mean? And I kind of see what he's saying, too, but I don't know.
I can agree with that. I can get behind it to an extent, but like whenever you're talking to a kid, I don't think a kid knows who to make their role model as. Yeah. They're easily influenced.
Easily influenced automatons.
That's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next story.
If
you're ready.
I'm not. War Machine. You know who War Machine is. War Machine made their NXT in-ring debut at a live event in Jacksonville. They were a huge tag team in Ring of Honor. Also New Japan. So other people listening that have known a little more about wrestling know who they are. I've seen them like twice, maybe.
I think they're all right, but in my opinion, they're a clear ripoff of the Iron Men.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're pretty much the same thing. So since neither of us watched 205 Live, I figured we could talk about the end of the tournament that has been going on for the past 2 months.
Who won?
Well, the semifinals happened, and now we have the final, which is taking place at WrestleMania. So the final in the tournament to crown the vacant cruiserweight title is going to be Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. You have no idea who they are.
We should have went live on YouTube instead.
Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that next time.
Yeah, we're learning.
Yeah, we are.
This is a practice run.
I mean, no one's going to listen or watch regardless of which one it is. How can you tell if people are watching?
Yeah, there's currently no one watching. No, Instagram's even trying so hard. They're like, hang on, we're telling more of your followers to join your video.
Like, we swear we're trying. Don't stop. Don't give up just yet. So I find this to be a nice, interesting piece of news because I'm very interested. I'm very excited for it. You know that the greatest Royal Rumble event we were talking about, the thing in Saudi Arabia that's going to be happening, the 50-man Royal Rumble? Well, it is going to be broadcast on the WWE Network, which is pretty awesome. Vince said there's going to be 7 title matches on the show as well. And Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler are going to be doing commentary on the show, which is fucking awesome. I love their commentating back in the day, so hopefully that's going to be cool.
I think they were still commentating when I used to watch. So.
I think they were, yeah. Here's some latest in regards to AJ Styles' injury and if it's legit. It has been reported that AJ Styles may have suffered some type of injury at a live event this past weekend in New York. This PW insider can confirm Styles is dealing with an injury, although there's no details onto the severity of the injury. So he is injured. We don't know how bad it is, though.
Okay.
So hopefully it's not super bad.
Gotta keep our eyes peeled for that.
Yes. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Roman Reigns is slotted to feud with Samoa Joe after WrestleMania. A little bit of spoiler there as to what's coming.
Here we got one. Dirty De Niro 7 has joined us.
All right, what a guy. That guy's getting $1,000 wired right into his Instagram account. Let's just move on.
I don't think your Instagram
Shut up, dude.
account's
I know,
gonna hold
shut up.
money.
Don't say that.
Okay.
He's just going to look for it and it'll be fun. All right, this will intrigue you. This has me worried, actually.
Okay.
Charlie Ebersol, the son of former NBC Sports boss Dick Ebersol and the director of the 30 for 30 documentary, This Was the XFL, is planning to launch his own pro football league called the Alliance of American Football in February in 2019. With its start date, it puts this possible NFL alternative in the market a year before the XFL reboot. So that's bad.
That's interesting.
It's very bad.
For the XFL, yeah.
Yeah, it could be giving it some competition.
Dude,
jumping the gun.
Whenever I read this, my first thought is that how good competition could be.
Yeah.
I mean, you were probably following WWE back then. The WCW effects.
The Monday Night
on
Wars,
there.
they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Really?
No, it was a good time.
I was gonna say,
like everyone says it was great. I'm confused.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Because I have a news article about it, we're gonna switch things up. We're gonna start our Raw review, but we're gonna jump right into the Ultimate Deletion match and get that out of the way.
Well, let's. Are we gonna save here or something, or because I have to get off here for my notes.
Oh.
Well, I'll just get off here. Thank you for joining us, and we will be back again sometime.
Eventually.
Unscheduled. Just look out for us.
Was it just him? Was he the only one?
Yeah.
That's fine. It's better than 0.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, we should do that every time. I like the idea.
At Dirty De Niro 7.
It was a great idea. All right. So first of all, you have your notes out?
Oh no! The whole point of getting reason.
Off there. I was definitely worried at first that there wasn't even a mention of the Ultimate Deletion match, like the whole first hour of the show. And I'm like, oh god, they're just not going to push it. They're not going to give it the spotlight, whatever. But we did get 2 teases before the match, which was good. Did you see the teases before it, or was that cut out of the Hulu version too?
Dude, they didn't even have the match itself in there. So
they didn't have the tease where Matt Hardy was feeding George Washington carrots?
No, this is the stuff I wanted to see.
Yeah, George Washington, I don't know if it was a llama or what the fuck it was, but I guess it was George Washington and he was feeding him carrots, which was hilarious. I was very happy that Ultimate Deletion got the main event spot. The only thing they did on the show with the match that really fucking pissed me off was the bullshit commentating. I don't know if you even caught that, which that was probably fucking cut out too, since the match was cut out.
The commentating.
Dude, Michael Cole was constantly rolling his eyes and just acting like it was a joke every time they mentioned it was going to happen. They would mention the match was coming up, and he'd just be like, "Oh,
oh yeah." They would just I know what you're talking about.
And then right before the fucking match starts, when they're about to cut to it, he calls it obnoxious and apologizes for it before the fucking match starts. I'm like, that's a good fucking way to get people interested, you fucking idiot.
Every time they've done it on like the previous episodes, do like a spot to like promote it.
Yeah.
I don't know their names, but that one dude would always be a fucking dick and downplay it all the time.
And it was at its highest. They're about to start it, and he's just like, "Yeah, this is really obnoxious." And Corey Graves is like, "What are you talking about?" And then he goes, "All right, we'd just like to apologize in advance for this."
Corey Graves was he knew what was up.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that annoyed me. Okay, for me, let me just. We clearly had differing opinions on this.
Dude, I didn't think it was awful. Keep in mind, just I had expectations, and I was kind of let down.
For me, I'm watching this match, right? I love it. I'm sitting there. I'm like, this is perfect. Like, I literally wouldn't have changed a single thing about the match itself. The entire segment, it was exactly like the TNA Deletion matches they had, which blows my mind now. Even thinking about it, still, they basically let Matt Hardy just do whatever he wanted with it. And they just gave him creative control, which I'm like, I never would have thought in a million years they would be like, all right, just go ahead and do it. Like, I would never think Vince would let him do that. But clearly he did from watching it, because it was just like the TNA stuff, which was great. all the different Hardy compound locations were from the TNA matches, like the Dome of Deletion.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was going to ask you if those were how tied in or pre-established they were.
It kind of seemed like in this first match they just went through all the different stuff they did in the TNA ones, where I kind of like that they did it. I kind of like what I'm kind of hoping they're doing is that they kind of do all the stuff from TNA, reference all the stuff so they get it out of the way and they're showing it. And now from this point forward, it's still in the same vein as to the TNA Deletion stuff, but they just do their own new stuff now. You know what I mean? Like, do completely original, don't reference the TNA stuff as much. So you kind of do it all now and you show everything. Because they were going from, like, place to place to place. They never really did that before. And they were covering, like, all the different locations.
That was all, like, that was kind of weird to me, is how they were going from place to place to place. Yeah. I'm like, is this just, like, a tour? Yeah. That's one of the things that I was kind of, like, taken out of. Because I was just like, why are they clearly just running from location to location? It didn't seem natural. It seemed like they kind of, I don't know.
It was kind of like it was like a backstage brawl type thing, where like they're brawling backstage. They'll go outside of the parking lot, like they'll fight on the street, like they'll go back and they'll go into like a locker. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, where they're just kind of going different places. But like for someone who saw the TNA stuff, it was extra cool to see the places I was familiar with. You know,
yeah. So,
you having never seen them, you wouldn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did think it was funny about that though. I don't know if this was meant to kind of like parody itself or poke fun at itself, but as they were doing this, the ref would just randomly show up right next to them like he was there the whole time. Like, what the fuck? I laughed at that.
And it wasn't even something where I was definitely laughing, but it wasn't something where I was even just laughing the whole time. There was just parts I was just watching and I was into it. Like, some things they did that were really fucking cool, because WWE shits on continuity like no one else. They don't give a fuck about continuity or referencing things that's happened.
Right.
Well, the one part where they go to what looks like an old house, and Bray Wyatt starts having these flashbacks and it's showing stuff. They were flashbacking to a match he had with Randy Orton like a year ago, where Orton burnt down his like Wyatt's compound and burnt down Sister Abigail's remains. And I'm like, that's so cool. They're referencing something from so long ago that happened to Wyatt now, which was really sweet. I liked. And then they were also like cutting to like his old promos of him like in a rocking chair and stuff like that. That was all old Bray Wyatt stuff that we've seen before that they referenced, which I thought was really cool. They did that.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that. Yeah, I've never seen any of that before.
Yeah, that was all surprisingly referenced to other stuff they did with Wyatt, which I was really surprised by that. I fucking love the cameo with Brother Nero. It was really short and fast. I thought that was perfect.
That was probably when I was able to like determine in my head. I'm like, oh, he's not suspended. That's cool.
Well, it's so funny because I didn't tell you this. I already knew did I already tell you that I already knew he was in it?
No.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think I didn't tell you because I didn't want to spoil it. But I read that he filmed a cameo for it. So as I'm watching, I'm like, okay, if he shows up in it, this is how I'm gonna know if he's in trouble or not, if they cut his cameo out.
Because they definitely filmed a cameo.
Yeah, and they didn't cut it out, so I was like, oh, thank God he's not in trouble. But I like that. I like that it ended with Wyatt going into the lake of reincarnation and disappearing, because I think Wyatt needs to go away for a little while and come back a little bit different and like repackaged. You know what I mean?
I'm down for that.
Yeah, so I like that they did that.
This would definitely be a cool way of doing it if that's what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Did you notice whenever initially Wyatt had the upper hand and he was dragging Hardy around, he was like, "Let's go home, Matt."
Yeah.
I was like, that's the thing they say.
Wait, what?
When they say "Let's go home" at the end of the match, yeah. It was kind of like a meta piece of dialogue there.
Let's see. I did. Wait. What else do you have on the match? Do you have anything else on the match itself?
No. Oh wait, I do. A part that did strike me as hilarious was whenever he was at the wheel of chair, or the chair of wheels, and then the mower of lawn.
The mower of lawn.
That was funny,
dude. When he first got on, I'm like, "You're gonna mow this motherfucker and kill him. What's happening right now?" and then he just like moved. But I thought that, dude, the moment where I was like, this is gonna be, I'm gonna love this, is whenever Vanguard 1 came down and the hologram showed up of Matt. I was like, okay, this is awesome, because they did that all the time in the other ones. Like Vanguard 1 just flies down, it's like a green hologram, and Matt Hardy's talking to him. You remember what I'm talking about? It's right at the beginning. After Wyatt walks in, like Vanguard 1 flies down, and then a green hologram of Matt shows up, and he's talking to Bray Wyatt.
I vaguely remember that part, but I definitely remember Vanguard 1 coming down at the beginning.
Vanguard 1, I love Vanguard 1. I love how you look from Vanguard 1, he's like, attack, target, and he's not doing anything. He's just like kind of watching what's happening. Then I love when Wyatt grabbed him, he's like, I'll get back to you later, and lets him go.
Yeah,
like,
it was cool that he was kind of his own character for this, and I'm guessing that's how he was for the Impact ones.
Yeah, Vanguard 1 had a wrestling match before, so.
That's really funny.
Yeah. I liked how they ended the show. I liked how they ended it with them just not even going back to the commentators and just like putting the little credit and ending it right there. I liked how they did that. Anything else about the match itself?
This match now.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Looking at the reaction online, it seemed like to me just from... Because as soon as it happened, I was like, I want to know how it did. I want to know if it bombed. I want to know if people... You know what I mean? So I went online. It seemed like a pretty big success. Like people like Hulk Hogan, Mick Foley, Iron Sheik, and a bunch of other wrestlers were just tweeting and praising it, which I was like, that's a good sign. There was a lot of websites reviewing it that were giving it, some praise, and it was like the top trend for a couple hours after it was on, so that was good.
Anything negative at all? Or?
Well, I was reading some articles saying that it didn't do well because it was the main event, but the ratings in the last hour dropped. And then I started getting mad because I'm like, I think that's always how it is, so I started doing some research, and apparently these sites reporting this didn't care to mention that if you look at the last month's worth of shows, it always drops every time in the last hour. The last two Ronda Rousey closing segments dropped more than this one did.
Dude,
so it's normal.
I've been getting more and more pissed off with the way like shit's getting reported online.
Yeah.
Like I just saw an article today, and it's like Disney's changing all the Han Solo posters to not have the gun in it anymore. He's not pointing a gun, and that's not the case. The last set of posters they did, they released just two versions at the same time, one with and without weapons.
So they didn't change
it.
Yeah,
they just gave the theaters the option of what they wanted to put up, because
annoying.
You know how theaters are sometimes like bullshit about guns being in posters. So it gave them the option. But the articles, a few of the articles were putting out to be like Disney's like forcing this change. And
well, yeah, because if you see a poster with a gun, that makes you get a gun and kill me.
Yeah, apparently.
So, you can't have them. But it really annoyed me when I was reading this. I'm like, this is dumb because and it didn't even look like it did that bad. So like I said, it seems like it was a success. Now keep in mind, too, for me, you've heard me complain so much about things from other companies that WWE either doesn't do at all after they sign the guys, or they do it and they just fucking screw it up, like Bullet Club and all that shit. And
yeah.
And this is like the first time they've actually taken something from somewhere else and did it right for me. You know what I mean? So it's even more great for me.
It's a good sign of progression.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll get ruined though. So
at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll get ruined.
I think since I know what to kind of expect going forth, and like you said, it's not going to be a love letter to the Impact fans going forward. Yeah. I think I might be. Hopefully, I can. Hopefully, I can get into it more. Yeah. I'm hoping at least. I mean, I've liked Matt Hardy's character, but I've always wondered why Dave hates it. Why you hate it so much. Talking in the third person there. It was like I always wonder why Dave hates it so much. I mean, I always think it's funny when he comes on, cuts his promo, talks all like a jackass. It's hysterical.
I mean, I love the character. It's just a matter of them doing it right with him, and hopefully they're in that direction. But it's completely retarded. They fucking cut it all out of the Hulu version.
Dude,
it's your fucking main event.
For those of you that don't know, I watch the Hulu version just because it's easier to watch the cut version. I found out that my Fire Stick has the USA app, so I'm probably, since I'm so mad that Hulu cut this out of there, I'm probably gonna just watch that. Use the USA app to watch.
Makes sense. You won't miss stuff anymore.
I won't.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm still gonna watch SmackDown on Hulu just because that's already about the same length.
Yeah.
And NXT still goes on Hulu, and it's easier for me because I'm only able to watch USA on that Fire Stick anyway.
So just a little article I found that because I've been looking for news articles about it after it happened. Okay, so I have a little bit to say about this. After speaking to a reliable source close to the situation. This website can confirm there was a backstage belief in WWE that Vince was worried the Ultimate Deletion segment would bomb on Raw. So, okay, first of all, this source who said this, I find it really hard to believe that Vince McMahon is going to put something on a main event that he thinks is going to bomb. If he thinks something's going to bomb, I feel like he's going to put it in the middle of the fucking show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It makes no sense to me that you're going to purposely put something in that you think is going to bomb. So I think that report is exaggerated, that maybe he was in fact worried because it's different. But with that being said...
He definitely gave it a chance.
Yeah.
He clearly did, putting it in the main event.
Yeah, like, why would you do that if you think it's going to be horrible and people are going to hate it? It doesn't make sense to me.
You know what will make me believe this is if you tell me that Vince McMahon himself is the one who's deciding how the Hulu version gets cut.
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that being said, the Ultimate Deletion is now being considered a success amongst WWE management. This is due to its huge social media reaction and the fact that it retained over 3 million viewers for the final hour on Raw and the overrun. There's no way this can be looked at than anything other than a victory. Apparently, it was a struggle to get the Ultimate Deletion on WWE, but the success of it hopefully gets the Hardys' foot in the door for more content like that. So hopefully it does. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
I remember whenever, I think it was Tuesday morning, I was going on the Squared Circle subreddit just to see, just to check miscellaneous news, and luckily they marked spoilers, but all the stuff that was marked spoilers was like had thumbnails for with Hardy or whoever. So it seemed like all the main talk from last night, well, the night before, was the Hardy stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely the talk of the interwebs. All right, so we covered that. Let's move on to the rest of Raw now.
Yes.
We'll start with the beginning.
I'll be right back. I'm good.
Oh, he's good. He's good. Everyone, don't worry. He's gonna go poopy trim. I don't know what that means. So I was at work today. All right, and I violated our policy of no tattoos, no visible tattoos.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I was like, man, Dave got a really dumb tattoo.
I got some ink. Fuck you, little bitch. So just to start off with Raw, I don't appreciate being lied to on the show. They said Roman wouldn't be there, then he showed up, so that wasn't very cool. I was kind of annoyed by that. I didn't want to see him at all.
You figured that was going to happen, right?
Yeah, but I was sad. I didn't want to see him. Okay, so this segment was fucking retarded.
Okay, yeah, I also was not into this one.
If you're going to have some guys come down to the ring for Roman to beat up, okay, then send security guys like you always do. You send, like, security guys from the arena. Don't send fucking U.S. Marshals.
Like, they're just chilling backstage like they were ready for this.
Not only does it make zero sense that they're backstage, Roman's going to have trouble being at WrestleMania since he's going to be in jail for the next fucking year for beating up U.S. Marshals, but whatever.
That doesn't make sense.
It was so dumb, and it was just like, hey, let's use U.S. Marshals. It'll make him seem more badass.
They clearly weren't U.S. Marshals.
Clearly.
They had nothing. They looked like wrestlers wearing, like,
They
t-shirts.
always are. That's what they're just.
It's so funny.
They're just indie wrestlers. But, dude, what if, like, they got arrested for impersonating U.S. Marshals?
It'd be really funny.
But, and then I also like how he's trying to tell the cops that are arresting him not to touch him, and he's getting all pissed. I'm like, dude, that's not how getting arrested works. You can't be like, you're not allowed to touch me. Because every time they try to touch him, you get pissed like he's going to fight him. I'm like, dude, you're being arrested. I hated it so much. I popped like a motherfucker when Lesnar came out, just because I wanted to see Roman get his ass kicked because the angle was so dumb.
He really didn't get his ass kicked, right?
I mean, storyline-wise, he did.
Storyline-wise, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just poking fun at you.
I'm going to kill you.
That's funny.
I'm going to kill you. I really enjoyed that Roman got the "You deserve it" chant when he was beating his ass.
Dude, that's my note. I was like, I thought it was really funny he got the "You deserve this" chant.
Yeah, and then I got even more excited when he came out again, but all he did was push him off the gurney.
Yeah, dude, I was genuinely upset, though. I'm like, first AJ Styles gets injured, and now Roman Reigns is in an ambulance.
Why would you be upset? I'd be happy. I was hoping you really...
Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity.
It's so terrible. Okay, I have a theory here. It really seemed weird to me that Lesnar came down all badass again and just knocked him over and left. Like, that he didn't just beat his ass more. Like, he just walked down, pushed him over, and looked at him, and he walked away. I think that he was supposed to beat him up more, but I really don't think this is The whole point of this is that it's supposed to make people hate Lesnar more, okay? Because they're doing all this part-timer bullshit with him to make people hate him. And it's supposed to make people love Roman more because they're doing this whole anti-authority thing.
It's so blatantly obvious that they want people to like Roman Reigns.
And I think because the crowd was cheering every time Lesnar came back to beat him up. They want to and I think because that kept happening, I think they just fucking called an audible. They're like, all right, let's just cut it off now because all we're doing is making them boo Roman more and cheer more when he's getting beat up. So I think they might have cut it early because it just seemed weird to me that he came out, pushed him, and walked away. But
dude, like it's so dumb. Like, why doesn't WWE understand this?
I don't know, man.
It's like people hated the Jared Leto Joker, and then DC's like, oh, what, you hate him? Well, here's more. Just try liking him more.
Yeah, we'll give you a movie of just him.
We'll give you a movie with just him in it this time, and you'll love him.
Dude, okay, people are definitely booing Lesnar more, but I think it's just going to result in both guys getting booed like crazy at WrestleMania. Like, all the hardcore fans at Mania are just going to boo them both because now they're going to hate them both instead of just Reigns.
Dude, I hope they make this the main event and it gets fucking booed like crazy, and maybe they'll get it through their fucking skull.
It'll be Lesnar and Goldberg all over again. They were the main event at WrestleMania 20. Both guys were leaving afterwards, and they got booed and shit on the entire match.
Really?
It was so funny. Like,
is that why Goldberg retired?
That was one of the reasons he left because he was so pissed about it.
I would imagine.
Yeah, he was real pissed, and yeah, it was great. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think the whole opening was dumb. Alexa versus Asuka.
Wait, so you did pop whenever Lesnar came, like legit popped when Lesnar came out?
They are making me, by still trying to push him down my throat, Reigns. They're making me wanting Lesnar to beat him, even though Lesnar's a part timer. Because I'm hating Reigns so fucking much because of this bullshit.
I don't have the burning hatred towards Reigns, although I do agree with you. It's stupid how hard they're pushing him, and I can tell from that match how like fucking pissed off fans are getting. I mean, if they're chanting "You deserve this" when he's getting put into an ambulance, like
what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to give him a chance. I'm not that worn out on him yet, but I'm young. There's still
I'm young.
There's still time for me to hate him yet.
You're young, dumb, and full of cum. All right.
Yeah, that's all I had for that one.
Alexa versus Asuka. This is the most I've ever wanted to fuck a wrestling match in my life.
You can't fuck a wrestling match. That's not how this works.
I'll figure it out. Dude, I was very happy.
It was a good match too. I like the match itself.
The flipping powerbomb Bliss gave Asuka out of the corner.
Is this what this corkscrew thing where like she was like holding her and then there was like a weird flip thing that happened and I was like, I don't understand what just happened, but it was cool.
That move was fucking amazing. It was amazing. I love that move. It was really cool. So here's a question for you. So they always mention how the streak can just be ended by count out or DQ. What if Mickie James just punched Alexa in the face so Asuka lost? If Alexa just gets punched in the face, Asuka just DQ'd. That'd be interesting.
That would end the streak?
Yeah.
I didn't know that would end the streak.
Asuka would lose
You're
by
right.
DQ. That'd be kind of funny. I mean, they'll obviously never do it. And it made no sense to me that Nia didn't run out to beat the shit out of Alexa the moment Alexa came out.
Yeah.
And that she waited until the end. Yeah, like
maybe it's kind of like how fucking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn didn't make it until later during like the main event time of the show.
Yeah,
they conveniently happened to plan to be late that day.
She wasn't there. She was so mad she patiently waited until the match was over to run out. This super pissed off. I mean,
dude, this fucking storyline. I this entire storyline with Asuka, with fucking Nia Jax, Alexa, that you predicted. I have a note that I'm reminding everyone from February 14th about everything that happened from the Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania, and it's pretty much all been set in stone, and it's exactly how you predicted.
Oh, thanks, Gable.
So I want to know. So, like, did you, like, go into, like, some sort of pool and have some sort of vision about, like, WrestleMania? Is that what happened?
Okay, here's what happened.
You're Thor, and then WrestleMania is your vision.
No. Here's what happened. Okay, so my one buddy's uncle, he's this really old dude that runs around naked by these monuments. He took me to a cave and he fucked me in the butt a little bit, and then I fell into some water, and then I saw a glove and some stones, and I woke up high. That's what happened. And then I saw everything that happened too.
That happened too.
Yeah. So I just want to say real quick, I almost fell out of the couch off the couch when Nia came running out. Like my whole house was shaking when she was running out to the ring. She's just, the faster she ran, the more Emma fell over.
Dude, California almost broke off and floated away.
They're on the East Coast, and California almost fell off. They didn't really get too creative, did they, with the setup for this Nia Alexa match? You said mean things about Nia, so she gets a world title shot at Mania at the end.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, not even a number one contenders match or nothing. Just because she was mean, she gets the world title shot. But so you have anything else about that?
Nope, I'm ready.
I got your next note on mine too.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I thought Cesaro's line about him and Sheamus sleeping together was really funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Dude, that's like the only thing like they've ever done that I liked.
I don't really like. I like Cesaro. I don't like Sheamus.
I don't. Maybe I've never seen Cesaro, so I don't know.
You can't like Cesaro because it's just been the bar.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. But dude, Sheamus dropped the Rick and Morty reference. It was really funny. I like that.
Wait, he said something Rick and Morty too?
Yeah, he goes. I
mean, I was so distracted taking a note about the pickle on him.
Yeah, he goes. He was like, I don't care who your tag team partners. It can be someone. It could be Rick Sanchez. I don't care. And he said a bunch of names.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Oh, he's a huge fan of the show. You saw he did a commentary on the one episode.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And my next note, I like Cesaro. I wish that he would get a big singles push. I think Cesaro is really cool in singles.
He won the Andre the Giant thing the one year, right?
He did. Yeah, this was before you were even born. This is a long time ago. I can't believe you know about it.
You know why I know about it? They mentioned it whenever what's his name was wrestling.
Oh,
what's his name? You know who I'm talking about?
Strowman?
No. Did he win it too?
No.
It was on SmackDown.
Baron Corbin?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I don't even know why I'm even make a note about this, but Bayley and Sasha, I just don't care. Hurry up and turn Sasha full on heel and get it over with.
Dude, I didn't have that one, but I noticed as I was fast forwarding through the to get to the Matt Hardy one on the USA app, I noticed that was on there, and I did not watch that.
Oh, you missed nothing. The Miz, did you see the Miz promo?
Yes.
The Miz promo I thought was great, dude. Calling Rollins and Balor by their indie names was really cool. He called Rollins Tyler Black.
This was the main event on my Hulu version.
Yeah, that's what I was gathering what you're telling me, but it was really cool. He called Balor Prince Devitt and called Rollins Tyler Black. I thought that was cool. Dude, talk about making the Balor Club look weak as fuck. The Rollins had to come out and save the whole faction himself. The entire Balor Club's getting beat up, and Rollins comes out and just saves them. I'm like, Jesus, man, like.
Wait, is Rollins? So Rollins is in. Wait, was he part of the Bullet Club or anything, or
no.
Who's currently in the WWE who is part of the Bullet Club?
AJ Styles, Balor, and the Gallows and Anderson.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a feeling AJ Styles was a surprise when I found out that he was part of it, so that was cool.
Dude, did you notice their the Gallows and Anderson, their OG BC shirts, which I was surprised they even had? It stands for original. BC is supposed to be Bullet Club.
Bullet Club, but they could pass it off as Balor Club.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, because how does it make sense to have an OG Balor Club when you're the first three there and it just started? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It was really weird. When I said something to Tito about it, he's like, yeah, Vince is just making him shit all over the Bullet Club now. I'm like, I didn't take it as them shitting on the Bullet Club. I took it as him just like referencing the Bullet Club, which I thought was cool. Mm-hmm. But I guess he's taking it as in like, oh, we're the original Bullet Club, the current Bullet Club's stupid. I don't know. I didn't really take it like that though.
I can see his perspective.
Yeah, I see what he's saying, but I didn't think of that until he said it. But
I wasn't even thinking of any of the Bullet Club stuff at all when I was watching it.
Yeah.
So,
you got anything else?
Nope.
I don't think I even have anything about Cena on here.
Yeah, I think my notes went out of order here. No, they didn't. Did you? So you saw the Kane Cena stuff then, right?
Yeah, I just didn't have any notes about it.
I've been so unfamiliar with either Kane and Undertaker's music. I thought for like the split of seconds, I'm, oh my god, the Undertaker, and I had a pop, and then it deflated.
You're like, oh, that's Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely Kane. I mean, he's fighting Kane next week, so it's not going to be Kane and him at Mania. But
do you? I was gonna ask if you thought maybe it would be like him and Kane, and then Kane's getting his ass whooped or something, and Cena like leads up to like the event, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna fight Kane, I'm gonna fight your brother and whatever, and they get to the event and he's beating Kane's ass, and Undertaker comes out and
well, I had a thought that first of all, I was like, there's no way they're gonna do Cena and Kane at WrestleMania, but then I saw it scheduled for Raw anyway, so. They're wrestling on Raw, so obviously something else is going to happen. I don't think Undertaker's going to show up till Mania. I don't think we're going to see him until WrestleMania. There's only 2 Raws left, right? I think.
What's the date of Mania?
Like the 8th?
Dude, fuck yeah, there's only 2 left.
So yeah, I don't think we're going to see him. But they did the same thing with Wyatt one year. Whenever Wyatt fought The Undertaker, he kept calling him out, and he didn't even show up till the event itself. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did that again. But that's all I got for Raw. Is all you got anything else to add?
Let's see. King music got me excited for a second.
That's really funny. That note's really funny.
Dude, yeah. I think I missed like a lot of that stuff because I was just sitting there on my phone. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. How am I gonna watch this? And I did not care about any of the Valor match because the deletion got deleted.
Oh, we did it! You did it! I just kind of tagged along on that. We're gonna take a break here and come back and we're gonna do some Smackdown and NXT. We'll be back.
All right.
Yeah, he is. We're back. We're back.
We are back.
We have returned from break.
God damn it.
Chewies have been walked. Sodas have been looked at. And are you alright?
Why'd you do this to my can?
What?
I
always do that. I hate having it's right there. I didn't put it inside it. I didn't put it inside.
I see that, but that's not the point.
Why? Why would you?
But now I'm gonna cut myself right.
Okay, there. That's the dumbest thing you've ever said. That is physically impossible. That's not physically impossible. You could kill yourself with it if you wanted to. It's
pretty likely.
No,
highly likely.
I've done that with every soda I've drank my whole life. I've never cut myself once.
It's scary.
It's not. It's living on the edge, bro.
It's like shaving shaving your balls with nut butter with a razor.
Oh yeah. No, thank you. We're here. All right, so let's go over some Smackdown, everyone. Are you guys ready for this?
This isn't my phone. You're full of tricks today.
I tricked you.
You son of a bitch.
Yes.
It's like my notes aren't gonna be on this. Dude, I was thinking I want a shirt that looks like this, but with Asuka's mask on it.
Ooh,
how cool would that be?
There probably is one.
Really?
Yeah, I bet there is. So we're gonna talk some Smackdown, guys. You get your notes ready? You ready to go?
Yes. Let me bring up my Smackdown notes.
Bring up the Smackdown notes. Look at all that title note. All right. I am very happy with how big of a deal they're making of Daniel Bryan being cleared to return.
Yes.
Like they're making a big deal out of it, and especially the reason I like this, is because he's one of the guys that was disliked by the office and not really seen as a top guy. So he's always struggling for like a top spot.
So he's getting that attention.
And the focus is on him, and it's a good sign. I kind of compare him somewhat to how they're currently looking at and booking Balor. It's kind of how he kind of was and how he had to struggle for a top spot because he was a smaller dude. And basically what happened was the fans got super behind him. And I ever tell you about what happened at the one Royal Rumble where he was super over and they didn't even have him in the fucking Royal Rumble match. And the entire match, they're waiting for it. Number 30 hits, and it's Rey Mysterio, and they booed him out of the fucking building just because he wasn't Daniel Bryan.
They booed him out of the building?
They booed Rey Mysterio so bad.
I need to save this video.
They booed him so bad because he wasn't Daniel Bryan. Everything he did, they kept booing him. And then Batista ended up winning it, and he was a good guy, and they fucking booed him too.
It's not even Rey Mysterio's fault.
No, they were just pissed he wasn't Daniel Bryan. It was really funny.
How did he get booed out of the building?
I mean, he didn't like walk away. they just booed him a lot. It's an expression. They didn't like boo him, and the reverberation of the boos made him leave.
Royal Rumble. That's the first thing that we're. Okay, it's just a picture. That's great.
That's impressive.
That's pretty cool.
What we can do is I can just pull it up on the network on my phone, and you can look at it.
Right here it is.
Did you find it?
It's from the network. It's on WWE's thing. And then there's a stupid
What's
ad.
It called? Rey Mysterio gets booed? Well, that's this
Oh,
year,
this
bro.
Year. Oh no.
This is 2018. Oh, Gable. What are we gonna do?
This is. It's not. He's so excited.
They're so hoping it's gonna be him.
I know.
5, 4, 2, 1. You can hear it a lot better if you're watching on the network. Like the whole crowd's
so
booing.
Funny.
Every time he does a move, they're booing him. Like they just boo because it wasn't Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan ended up getting added to WrestleMania just because the fans, like, dude, on Raw the next night, I think it was, there was some fucking ceremony they were doing with a bunch of different guys. The whole time when Triple H was trying to talk, they just kept chanting yes and chanting Daniel Bryan. They wouldn't let anybody else talk.
Wow.
Dude, he was so fucking over. It was just like, dude, on SmackDown, dude, the crowd, we'll get to it later about the end, but yeah, so I'm really happy that they're making a big deal out of it, so that's pretty cool.
We went off on a fucking
we
tangent
really
there.
did.
That's my fault.
Dude, Bryan had a very real promo. I liked his promo.
I
was really
was gonna say. I was even telling Ashley when we were watching. I'm like, this is, even though this is all scripted, like this is a very real moment for him.
Well, I mean, he's saying everything he's saying is true. Like every single thing he said is stuff that we were reading online the last 2 years about how he was depressed and he was trying to come back. They wouldn't let him. Like everything he was saying was completely
going to
true.
doctor to doctor to doctor.
Yeah, he's been going to doctors forever. But it was painfully obvious the moment I heard that he was cleared that he was going to be tagging with Shane at WrestleMania. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude! Yes!
So what happened?
Yes! I got really excited I'm guessing we're getting Brian and McMahon versus Cammy at WrestleMania.
Cammy, you said Cammy.
Yeah, I like to say it.
AJ would be very proud of you.
Yes.
But yeah, it was really obvious here. You saw that too. Look at you,
dude! I'm so proud.
You did it.
I'm so happy.
You called it.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have anything else for that? I don't have anything else for that beginning.
I'm gonna pop that off my screen here. I think I have something else. Can we just talk about the ending stuff? Since it's all tied together.
It's all bookend.
Yeah.
Dude, the crowd.
Let me say, I have no experience watching Daniel Bryan in the past.
Okay.
You know, I've jumped on recently, as everyone who's been listening to all of our shows should know, because there's so many people listening to all of our shows.
There's a lot.
I still thought it was amazing to see the crowd pop. I popped because the crowd popped when he got attacked and started fighting back. Dude, I got so excited.
They came unglued, man. Mm-hmm. That dude is over as fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, that crowd was going nuts whenever he started fighting, man. It was crazy.
I loved it. I started going, yes when it was happening. It was a cool moment. Really awesome.
When he was wrestling, he was very much, for me, like the Balor and AJ Styles. Like, I fucking loved him. Like, I wanted, because whenever he won the world title, he got injured and came back, and they never gave him that big push again. Like, they never put him in the main event. And I'm like, dude, give him the fucking main event. Like, he could be your next Austin or Rock if you just kept him up there. Like, you saw how over he is.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you just keep pushing him, he could be like Austin or Rock. He could be that big. But they just don't fucking do it.
They need to push Roman Reigns instead. How are they going to push Roman Reigns?
Roman, you're right.
We're just giving the people what they want.
Exactly.
That's Roman Reigns.
We're not giving the people what they want. We're giving them what we know they want. Fuck the people. But yeah, like, then they wasted no time getting him back in action, man. He's announced he's cleared and he's getting his ass kicked the same night.
I know, that was really exciting.
Yeah. Hopefully he's going to be a full-time wrestler. He needs to have a top spot. He needs to be in the world title picture. I really think he does. He's just so over, man. Do you have anything else about that?
I thought it was really funny that my fucking subtitle. So that chant at the end, you took it as they're chanting, "You're still fired," right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My subtitle said "You still got it." I'm like, what? What? They're not. You're not reading the situation right.
He's still got it. He's getting his ass kicked. Yeah, it was definitely "You're still fired."
Just making sure.
Yeah, that's definitely what that was. Anything else about the end?
I split this up between today and yesterday watching. We did see Shinsuke fight Rusev again, right? Just making sure that it wasn't a flashback from WrestleMania or something.
I have cool. It's Nakamura and Rusev again.
I was like, this is a really redundant match. We already saw this.
We have the exact same thoughts on that. Did you catch by far the best part of SmackDown?
Was it Carmella trying to redeem her Money in the Bank contract?
No, but that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy that. But the WrestleMania commercial no longer ends with Rousey pointing at the sign. They changed it.
Oh, yay! Amazing? Yay for Dave.
I was happy.
Yay for all of us.
Yeah, I was pretty happy. The cash-in tease was cool, but I mean, the second she ran down, you knew it was like.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen. Yeah. But so you think this is going to happen at Mania, in what fashion?
I don't think it's going to happen at Mania. I think at Mania, Asuka's going to win the title off of Charlotte. I don't think Carmella's even cashing in while Asuka's the champion. Why would she?
What's the first event after Fastlane or after Mania?
It might be Backlash. I'm not sure.
You think that's when we'll get it then?
I don't see why Carmella would even try to cash in on Asuka. Like, she's going to kick her ass. You know what I mean?
Can she cash it in on Raw?
I wish she could, but they've given no indication they can do that. That's what they need to do.
I mean, WWE's not known for their continuity, as you know, so they can just do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, they might do something where Asuka and Charlotte, or Asuka's fighting someone, and Asuka's getting her ass kicked and she's down, and then Carmella tries to cash in, but Carmella is not fucking beating Asuka for the title with a cash in. It's not happening.
I mean, it'd be a real waste of a cash in, but she could lose.
Not only that, but then Asuka's going to lose the streak and the title on a cash in. I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
I really don't.
What about
I mean, keep in mind she has until the next Money in the Bank to cash it in.
What about these rumors about a draft after Mania?
The rumored innuendo.
Yeah,
that'll be what does it.
I mean, get her in a different show. Get her against Alexa or Nia, whoever's the champ. Then
I could see that. It makes more sense for me for her to be trying to cash in on Raw. It'd be really funny if they put her on Raw and kept Big Cass on Raw because they were dating and now they broke up and hopefully they hate each other. That'd be funny. I hate the Bludgeon Brothers and I hate their music a lot. It annoys me. It's so cool. Cheesy. I'm just like, I hate the Bludgeon Brothers. What a coincidence. I also hate the Usos and their music, but that's fine.
I don't have any issue. I actually like the Usos and I like the New Day, and I really, it was just to reiterate what I said before, I really like that match they had at Fastlane, and I think it was a real shame they shit on it with the Bludgeon Brothers. Yeah,
it was a fuck job finish, as they call it. I was hoping there was a bomb under the ring that would go off during that match because I just don't like either one.
New Day?
No, the Usos and Bludgeon Brothers.
Oh, today.
I like New Day.
Okay, or this week.
I have one last note, and I'm saving it for the very end. You have to do everything you have.
The only note I had, we basically went over. I read that the match was the Usos Bludgeon Brother match was whatever.
My last note is I want Becky Lynch to sit on my face. That's it.
I forgot that was a match. I didn't really. Yeah. I don't know.
It wasn't very memorable. All right, so that's all we got for SmackDown. We're going to NXT. NXT. Let's talk some NXT.
There was a lot of good stuff that happened between. Well, I don't think. Did Raw have anything good happen?
Raw?
Yeah, I forget.
I mean, they had the Ultimate Deletion. That was about it.
Okay. So yeah, between Raw and SmackDown, there was a lot of cool shit that happened this week. But by far, my favorite was.
That was your favorite hour?
My favorite hour of wrestling this week was NXT.
Nice.
I enjoyed it a great deal.
Okay, let me. I feel like you let me just talk about the opening a little bit. First, the Ciampa not talking is getting old. Like,
he talked.
He didn't talk, and he didn't talk, and he didn't talk, and then like he said 2 words. He put the mic down like 3 times before he talked. He kept doing it. Just like he did the previous 2 weeks.
I don't think he put it down that many times this week.
He definitely took it up and then put it down like at least twice. He definitely did. Because I was watching, I was like, come on, like, I don't want to see this anymore. Just say something. This is old. And then he said he's gone, and then he got out of the ring.
I did have a bit of an issue with that being spoiled for me because my fucking subtitles, it said he's not here, or whatever the first thing he said. Oh, it said he's gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does it say he's gone on the bottom of the screen? He's not talking.
Dude, I never have
like,
subtitles on Hulu. You watch it on Hulu?
Yeah.
I never have them on Hulu because it always does that with wrestling.
I tried to turn it off, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, like whenever it first started, I was like, dude, they've done this for 2 weeks. Stop doing the not talking thing. I loved whenever he got out of the ring and he was just ripping up everyone's signs.
Dude, I was sitting there laughing at it. I thought it was great. I love it.
He's like yelling at women. He's yelling at the old lady and takes the sign off of her. I thought it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved everything about this promo. And even, like, as much as I was enjoying that, I was not expecting what happened next.
Dude, I loved how they revealed Gargano.
Dude,
it was really cool.
My mind was blown. I got up. I shouted. I was excited. It was so cool.
Yeah, I definitely loved it. I think it's dumb that he was there, though. Like, what's the point of having a loser leaves NXT when he can just show up and be on NXT anyway?
Well,
I get that security took him away, but he's on the show. Did he really leave NXT if he's going to show up on the show and he's gonna get put back in a match with them again now?
This is there's like an oxymoron loop going on in my brain. I'm like, he's on the show, but he's not supposed to be on the show. He got taken away, but he's still technically on the show. I
definitely like how fast security grabbed him because that was cool. I was like, okay, that's realistic, but it's like the whole point of loser leaves is because they're gone. Having them just come back is just like, well, what was the point of doing it?
He wasn't back.
He came, but he's on the show.
Right.
He's on the show. He's in NXT on the show. If loser leaves WWE, you should not be seeing them again on WWE. Not they just run back the next week in the crowd and fight someone.
But he wasn't even back as a wrestler. He came back and attacked someone.
Yeah, he came back. He's on NXT, and now he's going to have a match because he came back. So he's
having a match?
He's going to fight him again now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're basically what happened was Gargano had to leave NXT. He runs back in the crowds and beats up fucking Ciampa, so now they're just going to wrestle again and take over.
I feel like this is setting up what you said, where Ciampa's going to get William Regal.
And I would prefer they did it without him coming back. Have him don't even show Gargano at all because he's gone. Don't show him. Keep him off the show because he's not supposed to be on the show. The show's edited, for God's sakes. If he's not supposed to be on it, then why even show it? My whole point is he's not supposed to be on NXT. So keep him off of it and then have Ciampa request him be on there, beg Regal and be like, look, I'll let him come back for one time per one night because you want it in this. Okay, fine. Like, I don't like the fact that they had him just running on the show. Like, there's no point in doing a loser leaves thing when you just have him. I didn't like the fact that he had him come back. I liked how they did the attack and it was a cool surprise. I just don't like the fact that they had him show up. I don't like that they did that at all. Like it's for me, it takes away from having like the stipulation.
I mean, I see your issue with the stipulation, but my mind's not getting past the fact that he wasn't supposed to be there and they pulled him out. I get that they still could have cut it, but I mean, it kind of combats itself.
Yeah, I just don't think I should be seeing him on the show because he's not supposed to be on the show. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, I mean, they do the angle all the time where someone, like, dude, Reigns. Mm-hmm. Reigns was suspended.
Yeah.
He came through the crowd. I mean, clearly, you know, like, he was supposed to be suspended, but he just came back through the crowd and he was on the show anyway. Therefore, the suspension didn't mean dick because he showed up anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, Johnny Gargano, loser leaves NXT, but it doesn't mean dick because he just ran through the crowd and he's on the show again. Like, I mean, I just don't like that they do that. Like, I like when they do a stipulation and they stick to the stipulation.
I see your point, but like,
yeah,
the Gargano one was just handled so much more better than.
Oh, it clearly was.
Yeah,
like I said, I like how I do like. It didn't piss me off. Yeah. You know what I mean? It didn't make me hate. I still like the segment. I just don't like. I just would have preferred they do something where like it doesn't seem as real to me. It seems less real doing stuff like that. Just having the dude run in, it just doesn't seem as real to me. You know what I mean? Like, it makes it seem more fake that he lost and he has to leave and he just shows up anyway. Like, it would have been way more real to me if he just stayed gone and then just Regal lets him come back for one last thing because, you know, Ciampa's asked him to do it. I mean, it looks like that's probably still what's going to happen. Hopefully they don't do something where Regal's like, well, you're going to fight him now and he makes him fight him. That'd be dumb.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting in understanding it, but
yeah,
your issue with that one. But that I mean, I get your point, but like I like the segment so much. Maybe I'm just blinded by it.
You're blinded by the love.
Was that?
I don't know. It was a faucet turning on.
Oh.
It was some sort of faucet.
I thought it was the cat hissing, but then... Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you have anything else about the opening?
I definitely think someone's printing out those things. It looked like such a JPEG image. How, you know, what I'm talking about those signs.
Oh, yeah.
I want to inquire more information about that. No.
Do you mean WWE or fans?
Fans.
Okay.
Or doesn't his wife sit in the front? Oh, well, I guess she doesn't now. Never mind.
Yeah. The Dusty Classic, I thought the match was good. It was Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne versus those two guys. I don't even know who they are. I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a good match.
I knew those other two guys weren't winning.
Yeah.
They clearly went out of their way to get this guy to be in this tournament. So there's no way they're gonna have these nobodies.
I was hoping they would just because of that, but I was like, yeah, they're not going to.
Dude, it's beginning to get on NXT really obvious to tell whenever someone's not going to be, they're gonna lose or something. Like the Ember Moon match. Did I just segue?
Well, I mean, the Ember Moon match that was nothing but an enhancement match.
I know. As soon as the I didn't even know who the Ember Moon was going to be the other one coming out, but I saw this girl come out. This do you have her name by any chance?
No.
It starts with an A. It's like Alice or something.
Oh, yeah, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, maybe?
Yeah, I think
it's as soon as I see this Aaliyah girl come out, I'm like, I have never seen this girl before. That means someone else is going to come out and beat her.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was supposed to just be a squash match anyway.
Yeah. But it's just really funny how, I can see the first wrestler, and if I don't know who they are, I'm like, this person's losing.
That's why they need to do stuff where people like that get upsets, and it's shocking.
Yeah.
So, something like that happening. I really like Ember Moon in the ring, though. I like her wrestling and stuff. I don't like Baszler, though. So I'm not really looking forward to their match they're going to have at TakeOver.
No.
Maybe it'll end up being good, though. This is NXT and not WWE, so something good could happen.
There's something about Baszler's character that I just don't like.
Yeah, I don't like her.
I can't put my finger on it.
Ember Moon does some cool shit. She does some cool shit in the ring, so I like her. But...
on paper, it sounds like it could, her character could be cool, but maybe it's how she's portraying that specific character that I'm not liking.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I'm gonna try to figure that out. But
try to figure that out.
Ember Moon Knight's cool, so she's getting brought up soon.
Yeah,
so.
Ember Moon is cool. Ember Moon's cool. Yeah, she's cool. So you have anything else on that?
No, that's all. I would like to thank Kane Hill for letting NXT use their music on TakeOver.
Yeah, Kane.
Thank you so much, Kane Hill, for letting NXT do that.
Yeah, that was kind of them.
We have nothing to do with that. We just wanted to thank you because we're very grateful.
Dude, that shit. They do that shit on fucking. I'm surprised they're doing it more on WrestleMania because you usually do that shit for WWE too, and it's really annoying. So I'm really fucking pumped for next week's show. Because the semifinals of the Dusty Classic are happening, so we get to find out who the last two teams are. Who do you think's gonna be? Who do you think's gonna win it?
Yeah.
The next two matches we have Office of Pain versus
Do you have
what are the two the two black dudes?
Street Profits.
Street Profits. The Street Profits versus Author of Pain's one match. The other match is going to be Sanity versus Strong and Dunn. So I think clearly Sanity's going to win that one. I don't think Strong and Dunn really have a chance.
Why were Strong and Dunn together? Was there an actual injury or something?
Well, yeah, Mustache Mountain.
That was a real injury, or
yeah,
okay,
yeah. So I think Sanity's going to win, and Street Profits and Authors of Pain. That one's a tough one for me. I feel like Authors of Pain is clearly the choice that's going to win, but I can see them doing a surprise win by Street Profits.
Yeah, just because there's no point in having Authors of Pain winning because they're probably getting the push or the what's the is there
they're gonna get called up to the main roster.
That's it. There's nothing cooler than that.
There's nothing cooler. They're gonna get the call.
They're gonna get the call.
But now think that whoever wins this gets a tag title shot. That means whoever wins this whole tournament is fighting Undisputed Era at TakeOver. So who is a good team for Undisputed Era
to have at TakeOver? Yeah, I guess Authors of Pain is a good one to have at TakeOver. I mean, do they have like NXT guys like at Mania at all? That's just at Rumble, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, well, they could have some show up in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They can have someone show up in that. I don't know. Honestly, Authors of Pain, Sanity, or Street Profits, I could see any of those three fighting Undisputed Era. So I don't know. It's hard to pick who's going to win it. I'm picking Street Profits for the whole thing just because I want them to win it. So I'm hoping that they win. Hopefully they win their match. But I'm really excited because I love tournaments. And next week we have 2 of those semifinals for the tournament. That's going to be really cool to see what happens.
I'm going to pick Authors of Pain on this
to win the whole tournament?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if next week's show, all it is those 2 matches and maybe a promo or something in between. I wouldn't be surprised if they give those 2 matches a lot of time. They had an NXT show where the whole 45 minutes of the show was one match, which is pretty great.
I don't think I've seen. I think I've seen them wrestle once. Those other 2 guys in Undisputed Era. I can't remember their names.
Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
That's them.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Undisputed Era, we can move on to the next match. I've never liked Cassius Ohno. I just don't like him.
I didn't like him going into this, and at the end I was okay with him.
I don't know what it is about him. I just don't like him.
I don't like how he has a basketball jersey on, but the basketball jersey's not cut right, and it's cut like a crew neck, and I'm like, why is this a crew neck basketball jersey?
That's a very specific issue you have with him.
And I also don't like how he's... I don't know, his attire is very odd to me.
It looks like he woke up and he's like, time to go wrestle.
He's like, I might play basketball or wrestle today.
What do I have that's clean? I'm going to put it on and go wrestle today. That's what it seems
What do I have that's clean?
What is clean?
It's funny because I don't know how, I've probably asked myself that so many times when I get up in the morning. What's clean?
In regards to this match, I think, dude, NXT is just so much better in regards to the matches. There's constantly cool little different things. An example of something small, whenever Adam Cole jumped up for a leapfrog and Ono just put his boot up and just knocked him down out of the air. I've never seen that. I've never seen that before.
I wasn't expecting that to happen. I'm like, oh shit, he just got dropped.
And that's just a little transitional move. It's not something that's a big deal. And WWE, their wrestlers just do the small, same transitional shit all the time. Headlock, takeover, fucking this. And it's always the same shit. NXT, there's even earlier in the match, one of the matches, the one dude went to do a drop toe hold where they just grab their foot and they kind of fall forward on their face. The one dude was jumping up in the air and he got him in the air and did it. And I'm like, I've never seen that before either. They do little shit different all the time that makes their matches just so much better in NXT. I just love them so much better than WWE matches.
Lately for me, each week it's been okay, I gotta watch Raw this week. Okay, I gotta watch SmackDown this week. All right, Adam Cole's on tonight.
Yeah, baby.
Velveteen Dream.
Yeah. Hopefully he's back next week.
Yeah.
He should be. They took a week off. There's nothing wrong with that.
He needs a fucking belt. Someone get that guy some metal.
Well, did you see on the show there's a big announcement next week?
Yeah, dude. I'm excited for that.
We also have the Ricochet package.
Yeah. Oh my god. How did I even forget to talk about the Ricochet package?
Yeah, Ricochet is coming. I think the announcement's going to be that fucking new title they're introducing and that... How could it not be the 6-man tag match that WWE already announced for TakeOver? Remember in the news a while back, WWE.com reported that they're going to have a 6-man tag match for the North American title, the new title they're introducing.
That's the name of the one they're doing?
Yeah.
That's probably what this is going to be.
That's what I would assume it's going to be too. Dude, I really enjoyed when Cole faked his knee injury on the apron. It looked so real when it happened. I thought he might have really twisted his knee when he did it.
I don't think he actually did it, but I was like, oh, this is going to be something they do for the whole match. This is going to be really annoying. And he starts to grab him by the hair, and then he just jumps up and fucking kicks him in the head.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. There was a spot I really liked when Ono... Things were kind of moving kind of fast. Ono grabbed him in for a suplex. And instead of Ono doing it, Cole lifted him up for a suplex and dropped him straight on his knee.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I wasn't either. I thought that was really cool. It was a good match. I definitely liked it a lot. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this NXT shit.
Yeah, NXT shite.
It's just... The only really sad thing about the NXT shit is once people start doing good on there, they have to go away.
Then they leave, yeah. And then they leave and do not as good somewhere else every time.
It's so sad.
A bummer. It's kind of funny. AJ was never in NXT. He skipped it. They put him right on the main roster.
Styles?
AJ Styles, yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, what's her name also just got that. What's her name? She was a big deal though.
Rousey?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna put her in NXT. She's too important. She's too important of a human being.
Yeah, I mean, if we weren't reviewing this and I was trying to cut back on wrestling time, like if we didn't have a show each week to do, I'd probably pick NXT. Well, I would want to pick NXT to watch only, but I don't think I could, knowing that eventually
everyone you love is
everyone's gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm like, once I start to get attached to someone, then they're going to be bye-bye.
And then if you go watch them where they are now, it's just gonna be lame.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Vince will die one day. I have my hopes on that.
I keep reminding myself that.
And I mean, when Vince dies, NXT, how it's being run is how WWE will probably be ran, because Triple H and Steph will take over. So
yeah,
hopefully it's good. You got anything else this week?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I like this Undisputed Era stuff. I think I'd like to see some more of the Bobby Fish and Kyle
O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly.
What's really weird is I always get the two mixed up. I always think Fish is O'Reilly and O'Reilly is Fish. I don't know why.
Which one has the mustache?
Oh, fuck. I think Bobby Fish is the one with the dark hair and the mustache.
Let's confirm this, everyone.
And we're
doing this live.
And I always think it's the other way.
We are doing this live.
All right, so Bobby Fish, let's look him up. I think he's the one with the dark hair and the mustache. He's doing it live, everyone. We're doing it live.
Not actually live.
Oh yeah. Well, we are live and we're doing it.
Is it fish? Like a fish? Like a floppy fucking
Yeah, like a
fish?
floppy fuck.
I don't know why you need my location. Bobby Fish is mustache guy.
Yeah. And the only reason I get it right is because I always think Bobby Fish is the other one, and I do it backwards. I'm like, okay, I think he's him, so it's that guy.
He had a nice beard.
That's interesting. He's got a nice beard. I could kiss it. I could feel it rubbing against my face.
I'd like to comb through that.
Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly. I always think it's I don't know why. I always think it's the other way around every time.
He's pretty spunky.
Yeah, he's like a spunky monkey.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
The one Jake we used to work with. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
The EMT one?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I can kind of see that. This one looks less douchey.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. We're done. We're done, folks.
We're live.
We're wrapping up our live done.
We're live.
All
done.
right,
We're Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
We are Pete Dunne.
Ah, Pete Dunne. He does the Canadian Destroyer.
Dumb.
Wait, I think that's him. Who's the guy, the bruiserweight guy that was teaming with Roderick Strong?
Pete Dunne.
Oh, I was thinking of Pete something else.
Petey
Williams.
Gonzalez.
I was thinking of Petey Gonzalez. Petey Williams. I was thinking of Petey Williams. All right, so everyone go to YouTube and subscribe to our page. You Breakroom BS, subscribe to it. We have links to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and SoundCloud on there. Just make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page and listen to all our shit. Or else we'll find you and kill you.
You don't have to do that stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you do. Or else
Wait, please do it, though. Okay. You don't have to, though.
No, yeah.
Please.
Oh, please. Oh, wait.
Wait.